After a month-long battle, 50 people have been fired from Essentia Health because they refused to get a flu shot.
The flu shot isn't a be-all, end-all. It only has a certain efficacy.
Essentia stands by its policies.
People may debate how effective that is, but based on what the level of evidence is and what our peers are doing, we thought this was the best way to protect our patients.
They didn't get vaccinated. Now they're out of jobs. How long have you been a doctor?
I've been up here about 30 years. I came right out of residency, joined a small practice. We haven't been required to take it. We had to fill out some forms explaining why we didn't do it, but not a lot of pressure until this year. Just the fact that they were forcing us to do it. And we have a great staff at our clinic, and several people weren't interested in it based on their research. And they were being threatened to lose their jobs, as I was. And so, I guess I put my foot down. I said, I'm just not going to do it. They didn't flinch. And here I am. I'm looking for work. How's the job market in California these days?
I don't think you want to come here, man, if you're worried about staying away from forced vaccines.
This year's the flu vaccine especially kind of puts an exclamation point on the fact that these things don't work real well. It's not one of our better efforts as far as I'm concerned. No credible evidence to support the fact of mandating flu shots yet. Maybe there will be someday, but right now it's not there. And, when they start to tell you to do things that aren't backed by some type of a scientific research, what else are they going to tell you what to do? Show me the science. Show me the science. And it's arguably it's not there.
Dr. Anthony Fauci of the National Institute of Health has been following flu trends for years. He agrees the fact that Australia had a record high flu season could signal problems for the U.S. Fauci says because of the problem is that the current vaccine is only 10% effective against the dominant flu strain that was circulating there. Now, the current method of making flu vaccine in eggs requires starting them so far ahead of time that the virus has time to mutate.
Think about what's happening here. Is this really about health? Because you've got a vaccine that only works for 1 out of 10 people. Can you imagine a car seat that only works for 1 out of 10 babies, or a seat belt that only works for 1 out of 10 people driving, or an airbag that only works 1 out of 10 times? They would be out of business. We'd say, get out of here. But instead, what this industry does is say, no, since it's so bad, make everybody get one so we make our money and we don't have to do our job to make a more effective vaccine. How safe is the flu shot? Well, we looked into the records in vaccine court. 2014, we had $4.9 million paid out to people that were injured by the flu shot. 1 year later, in 2015, $61 million paid out to people injured by the flu shot. Look at that increase. These are the birth pangs. These are the beginnings of the erosion of your freedom. If you do not want to be force vaccinated, force injected by your government, then you need to start waking up now. These are the testing grounds. It's starting with our nurses. It's starting with our doctors. Forced mandate vaccines are coming for every adult in this country. It's called Healthy People 2020 on the HHS website. That is a 100% vaccine uptake by every adult American in this country. Is this about health, or is it about actually making billions and billions and billions of dollars? I'm going to go with the latter.